For you owners of older Mercedes-Benz, this is a video alert, and I consider it an important alert for two reasons. Number one, I'm seeing this problem crop up more often, and number two, if it happens to you, it can happen very unexpectedly, and it can leave you stranded on the open road. And it has to do with the alternator. Most of these alternators, these old Bosch alternators, are the same design from the mid-70s right up to the mid-1990s. And what I'm seeing is a problem with noise in the alternator. And you think, well, Kent, was that a bearing? Or no, you'll be driving down the road and you'll start hearing this ticking noise. And you'll think, what in the world that? And it may come and go, come and go. And if you're not aware of this particular problem, you may have a hard time figuring out what that noise is. And it actually, I can kind of demonstrate, it actually sounds like this. Let's see, here's the alternator spinning, and then you'll hear this little click, 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 like that. Well, it's because on the back of the alternator, there are three nuts that hold these long through bolts that hold the two halves of the alternator together. If you look closely at this particular alternator, three of the nuts are missing. And one of the bolts has loosened up to where it's moving in and out, and it's hitting the fan on this pulley assembly here. So I'm just giving you a fair warning. If you're hearing strange noises up front, particularly ticking noise, be sure and check out your alternator bolts. The other thing is check out that fan clutch assembly. I've seen those fan clutches start to come apart internally, and they can make some real loud clanging and ticking noises. In one case, one owner actually thought he had a loose piston or a connecting rod problem, and we actually found out it was the noise inside the fan clutch. So be sure and check that out as well. And then as a final tip, you're probably thinking, well, sometimes it's really hard to find out what noise is the problem. Where's it coming from? Particularly with all those what I call front engine accessories. You have belts that roll around them, you have bushings and bearings and fans like this, and it's sometimes very difficult to narrow down the noise. One of the tricks I use is if you're having noise in the front of the engine, just grab a jug of water and pour water on all the belts while the engine's running. Guess what? If the noise goes away, you know it's a belt. And belts can make weird noises. I had a serpentine belt one time on a 300E that was making this ticking noise, and I thought it was in the engine. But when I poured water on the belt, it went away. And as I looked at the belt, I saw there was a big chunk of rubber out of those V sections in the belt. We replaced the belt and the noise went away. Now, if you pour water on your belts and the noise doesn't go away, then you've got a lot more detective work, and it could be a problem like I've just shown you here. So, in conclusion, keep this in mind. If you're hearing any funny front ticking noises in your engine, be sure and check out your alternator.